Hey, it's the real estate G, and I wanted to get into the next step. Uh, After you've got some seller lead sheets going and you're building out your team and getting going, um, going over the who do you know list, you got your budget, everything's all set. You really want to start focusing on building that buyers list. The reason why you want to get the buyers list going is because that's one of the key steps in the strategy called wholesaling. So there's a few different strategies that we're going to be implementing during the 2 weeks and positioning yourself to take advantage of. One is wholesaling, and basically, wholesaling is normally referred to as an ABC transaction, where you identify a lead, you negotiate a deal, and then you flip that contract or that deal um, to an end buyer for them to end up purchasing and funding the deal and taking it to fruition, whether they're going to fix and flip it, use the bird method, or however they're going to profit from the overall deal. Understand that you're a huge part of this process. Bird dogs are key to the real estate process. And as you progress as a bird dog, you'll get into the wholesaling or negotiating subject to contracts or lease option contracts, or even seller financing contracts. And so we'll get into that. The biggest step though is actually getting your marketing going. And like I said, the easiest and low cost, no cost way to do that is by networking and also by talking to people in your warm market, going over that who do you know script and really getting comfortable with the elevator pitch in that script. One of the other key things before I dig into the next part, which is really deep diving into the buyers list, is uh, as you build your buyers list, you want to start really locking in on the relationships and understanding the buyers because that represents the money. And so, uh, when you're asking how do I invest in real estate with no cash or credit, Gerald, doesn't it take some type of cash and credit? Yes, it does. A lot of the times, it just doesn't have to be yours. That's why leverage is important, and that's why these concepts and these tactics that we use give you access to money. That's the difference between the wealthy, the poor, and the middle class is access to capital. And so these are some strategies that position you and give you access to capital. And so one of the things that you can rest your hat on is if you have an ability to identify off market leads and negotiate deals, you'll have an endless supply of money because money follows the deal and you can take that to the bank. So let me share my screen and get into this last piece, and you should be off to the races. So building a buyers list. This is a resource that I have from Fortune Builders, which is a network that I belong to. And when I work with my team and my acquisition team, this is something that I go over. And so my bird dogs, the people in my program, you're an extension of my acquisition team. The other part that I want to let you know is you want to add me to your buyers list. So the real estate G should be number one on your buyers list. Um, when you get leads and you have questions, feel free to reach out now that you're a part of the community. And we'll see if we can't lock down some of these deals and make some profits in real estate. So let me just share with you this. Uh, See, I'm going to go over the content, a table of contents. Okay. Review of what you learn. All right. So finding buyers through networking. Like I said, that's the first step. Networking, finding your local RIA group. Um, Also connecting with people that you know in your phone. A lot of people in your phone, believe it or not, are investors, do invest in real estate, and you may or may not know it. They also may have some capital that they're looking to put to work in these types of opportunities. And they may have been researching and on YouTube University like yourself, And so this is something that you can connect them to. You can refer them to the Birddog Bootstrap Blueprint, and just get them in your environment so that they're learning like-minded information, and then this building to your credibility. Okay, building your list through marketing campaigns. One of the things we're going to get into is some online marketing as well, Facebook and social media marketing. We'll get into that, and they'll have some tips and tricks in this particular uh, guide. But I'll make some subsequent bonuses to go into that as well, because I have some affiliate programs that I want to share with you guys to help you get profitable and generate additional income streams in your real estate business. And so that's one of the strategies that I use to help you make that 500 to 1,000 within the next couple of weeks. Um, it's by developing your skills and identifying products that help people that are actively investing or looking to learn how to invest, move forward and progress. And so, evaluating and pre-screening buyers, organizing, automating your lists, um, and then wrap it up. So, I'm not going to go through this in deep detail. This is well put together. This is a resource from Fortune Builders, like I mentioned before. It cost me $25,000 just to be a part of this network. So I want you to understand that, real estate education is not inexpensive, um, but it's definitely worth it. And this is not the only organization that I belong to in real estate. I'm also a member of Renatus, which is another network nationwide, Partner Driven, which is another network. And, the benefit of being a part of these different organizations and what I look for is again, like-minded people, collaboration. Also, I'm a member of the 10X community with Grant Cardone and the licensee program. And, again, these things aren't inexpensive, but they're well worth it. And what you want to understand is the education piece, continuing education is key to your success and growth. And as you make profit, you're going to want to reinvest some of the money into education. Like I said, your knowledge bank is one of the primary accounts that you should be making deposits into on a constant basis, because the return on investment is priceless. You know, that's how I was able to develop the specialized knowledge. And then that's why I'm able to share it with confidence with you. And I know that you'll have results. So let me just touch on some of the things: attending networking events, auctions. That's a key place to find cash buyers. The reason being is because a lot of the tax lien auction, tax sales, or foreclosure sale auctions in most states and municipalities, it requires you to have cash um, once you win the bid. So the financing needs to be in place with a lot of these auctions. And so a great place to find cash buyers. Your local RIA meetings. Like I said, meetup.com is a great place to find and collaborate with people. In fact, if you don't see any meetup groups in your area, then I would suggest you actually start one. And there's some strategies that I can get into on another time to really help you get that going with the meetup groups. Landlord associations, city council, chamber of commerce, networking league groups, home and trade shows. Like I said, hosting your own events. As you start doing deals and securing contracts, one of the biggest things that I do with all my rehab projects is I have study groups as well as case study and property tours. And so I walk people through my deals. I show them exactly how I found the deal. Then I go over the numbers. I go over how I funded the deal, and and then I go over my projected profit from the sale of the property. And it's a great way to find resources, other investors, hard money lenders, private money lenders, um, building a buyers list with other buyers lists. You know, one of the benefits of being a part of my network is you'll be able to benefit from my buyers list or resources. And again, you know, you're leveraging me and my experience, and so that's good until you can develop your own. So this is a 24-page document. Uh, like I said, you can read through it and look to implement it, making a your funnel, email blast, and it gives you some examples of what to use: reverse bandit signs, direct mail, websites, stuff like that, Craigslist, social media, squeeze pages. ClickFunnels is a great resource for creating squeeze pages, and I'll even share a link with you for you to look at. Free 14-day trial, uh, and I'll probably just put that as a bonus for you guys and gals, pre-qualified buyers. Okay, yeah, yeah. So you guys, you'll be able to download this document and read through it, and you know, take full advantage of it. And then, like I said, I'm going to be starting a Facebook group so we can tap in and kind of share information and start to share deals. And then I have another software that I utilize, and I may make a bonus video for it um, as well. But this is good to get you going. Like I said, um, you know, find a buyer by networking with everyone, set up multiple marketing strategies to attract buyers, you know, evaluate pre-screen potential buyers, you know, having that conversation, really understanding, you know, what they're looking for. That's actually, you know, positioning yourself with the cash. You know, if you know somebody's looking for properties in a specific market, you know, they're looking for single family or multifamily, you know, and you know their margins, then you can, you know, confidently go out and negotiate contracts, because as you cultivate a buyers list, you'll have certain buyers that are ready to go all the time. And as you guys build a relationship, you know, they'll be willing to write a check 9 out of 10 times. The one thing that we're going to get into is how to analyze deals successfully. And so that'll be the next video I create for you. But for right now, I wouldn't worry too much about analyzing the deals. I would just focus on making those phone calls, building out your team, and starting to develop your list. And that's the buyer's list, that's the seller's list, and that's the resource list. With those three things, you know, and leveraging the group, you should be off to the races. So again, thank you for taking the time. Hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys at the top.